Good day. I am Mikel Goldones, and for my course project in object-oriented programming, I was tasked to create a Java program that simulates the credit account or the credit card experience. It basically puts the credit card experience in a nutshell. And I am now about to explain my program before I demonstrate it by, of course, running my build. So first, I will give you an overview of the construction of my program. So my program has two classes, particularly the client build honest class and the credit build honest class. And hold on, let me move my camera for a while so that you'll be able to see what I'm going to discuss. Okay, so for the first class is the credit build honest class, which is the class where we have the attributes used to run the program, and these attributes will be referenced in client build honest, which is our main class. But first, yes, credit build honest, which is the blueprint of our credit account. And over here we can see the attributes, private string, client name, and then we also have account number, annual income, credit limit, and credit balance. And aside from that, this class of mine also defines the methods to manage purchases, payments, and account closures. So yes, this is our credit build honest class. So as we can see over here, I follow these guidelines the from those that were given in the course project. So it asked me to use an exception per argument. So over here, illegal argument exception, and yeah, and system out. Okay, these exceptions are what will come out, or what will are statements that will surface if the customer does not input the required credit balance if he goes below the minimum or above the maximum. So yes, these are our exceptions. And now let us move on to client build honest, which is our main class, and this is the entry point of our program. So it contains the main method, which presents the main menu to the user. So as you can see here, the main menu is defined by system out print, and over here, credit account, credit inquiry, purchases, payment, close credit account, and exit. Overall, we have 6 options for our main menu. And also, it uses an array of credit build honest. So yes, our main class uses credit build honest in order to manage up to 100 credit accounts. So as we can see here, credit build honest is over here. All right, and that will manage our 100 credit accounts should one choose to open that many credit accounts. But for our demonstration, we will not obviously open 100 accounts. We will just go through how it works. So let me show you the rest of the code. So there are obviously with 6 options, we have 6 cases over here, each for its corresponding option. And I will paste the full code in the Word document that I will pass in the submission box later. But yeah, since I showed you an overview of both classes, let us go back first to credit build honest, and let us expound a little further um, on how I constructed these classes. So a while ago I mentioned the attributes and stuff. Um, Okay, so let us explain each attribute over here that we used. First is client name, and client name is where the name of the client is stored once the user enters his name for the credit account that he's going to open. And then next is account number, which is basically the command for assigning a random 4-digit number that uniquely identifies each account that the user may enter or may create in the program. And then next we also have annual income, which stores the client's annual income to calculate their credit unit and the credit limit. And the formula over here, it's over here, private double calculate credit limit, and that is the formula right down here below. That is the formula for calculating the credit limit. And then we also have credit balance, which tracks the current outstanding balance on the credit account. And yes, that is the final attribute for our credit Galdonis class. So let's go to the method. So over here, we can see the R constructor over here. And this credit Galdonis constructor over here initializes a new credit account with the client's name and annual income. It calculates the credit limit and generates a random account number. And then obviously we have a while ago, as I said, calculate credit limit, which determines the credit limit based on annual income. So our conditions, since I said a while ago that the the input of the user for the income must not go below the minimum value and exceed the maximum value. So our minimum value over here is 200,000. So if the income is less than 200,000, then the creation of the credit account will be declined, and it will output the statement invalid. Invalid value. And then the credit account must also um, yeah the credit account must also not be higher. Yes, it must not be. Oh, it can actually be higher than 500,000, to which the credit limit will be 100,000. And for a while ago, as I said, 200,000 is the minimum, and that will give us a credit limit of 30,000. So yes. And then we also have the make payment over here. Make payment and make purchase. Make purchase is about allowing the client to make a purchase and updating the credit balance once the client makes a purchase. And once it is done, the program will compute for the credit balance by adding a 3% interest to the outstanding amount, so that it can ensure that the purchase amount does not exceed the allowable limit. And then finally, we also have our make payment and our close account functions. Close account over here. Make payment is for reducing the credit balance when the client makes a payment. And the rule for this make payment is that the payment that the client will enter must not exceed the credit balance. So it must either be exactly the exact value of the credit balance, or below the credit balance, but never above the credit balance. So if it is above the credit balance, the system will output this statement invalid payment amount. And then over here we have close account. Obviously, this is for closing the account, wherein the user will type yes or no if he or she is or is not sure about closing the account. And if the credit balance is not settled, the illegal exception, the statement outstanding balance must be paid, will be thrown, and the user will be prompted um, to make the payment for the credit balance before he or she is allowed to close the credit account. So that is our credit Galdonis class, and now we'll now further expound our client Galdonis class. So for the client Galdonis class, as I said a while ago, we have 6 options for the main menu, and we also have an object array of credit Galdonis as we and that stores 100 credit accounts. So yes, I think I've given all the parameters, and I believe it is best that we now simulate the program. So let us do just that. Okay, so simulating the program. Okay, sorry, let's go. Now over here, I just pressed the run function of the run option for our NetBeans IDE, and it is asking us to choose an option. And obviously, in order to demonstrate this program properly, I will have to create a credit account. So choose an option. I'll press 1. Enter client name. So it prompts us to enter the client name. Goldones. Annual income, and I will show you over here what happens if our annual income is lower. And as I said a while ago, it will throw an illegal exception. And over here, annual income below 200,000 is not eligible for credit. So that is what happens for if you enter a value that is below the minimum amount. So I will try to enter a value that is above the minimum amount. So 300,000, or is that 3 million? That's 3 million. Okay. So the account was created successfully, and our account number assigned by one of the attributes a while ago, the account number attribute particularly, it is 3750. So okay, that is our random account number, and we have a credit limit of 100,000 since our annual income exceeds the 500,000 threshold. So okay, um, let us try option 2, which says credit inquiry, and obviously we will have to enter account number 3750. And since we do not have any, we haven't spent or made any purchase, our credit balance is zero and our credit limit still stands at 100,000. Well, it is a constant anyway since we have exceeded the threshold. So now I will try to make a purchase. Enter account number 3750. Enter purchase amount 69,999. Nice. Okay. So now that I have done that, the purchase has been successful, and our client name, and our credit limit are still displayed as a constant. But our credit balance is over here. It says 72,098.97, and that is obviously, as I discussed a while ago, our our spending or our purchase plus a 3% interest charged by the bank or the credit system. So now let us try to close our account. Yeah, let us try to close the credit account. And I will try to show you what happens. As I said a while ago, it will throw an exception if we do not pay it. So, okay. Are you sure you want to close the account? Yes. And look, it said here, outstanding balance must be paid before closing the account. And we will do just that. Okay, so let us pay first before we close our account. Enter account number 3750 and then enter payment amount. Let me put 73,000. And as you can see over here, as I said a while ago, if you enter a payment number that exceeds the amount given in the outstanding balance of the credit, it will automatically mark it as invalid, or it will throw the exception invalid payment amount. So we must have to pay the exact amount, or we can pay sub the amount. So 3750, I'll pay 1 peso. I'll pay 1 peso as a joke. Okay. So how much was that? 72,098. Yeah, 1 peso. And credit balance, it went down by 1 peso. Okay. So I'll make another payment in order to demonstrate that it actually accepts my payment once I enter the exact amount. So I'll just copy this one. Okay. Let's copy 3750 payment amount. And success! Our credit balance has been erased since we have made our an exact payment of the outstanding amount. And now I believe this close credit account option will work now since we have obviously paid our balance. Yes, I'll type yes. And there we go. Our account has been closed successfully and we have no more problems in our hands. And with that, all we have to do is to close the exit the interface. And over here, exiting program, goodbye. And yes. So that is a demonstration of my credit system the credit system program that I created for this course project. And as you can see, it is a successful demonstration. It satisfies all the parameters stated in the guidelines, and also each attribute in this program that I have created is obviously functioning well and has no errors. So what can I say? Thank you for watching. I hope you can get some takeaways from this demonstration and be inspired to create your own system or program that can solve any contemporary issues, with this one being in particular about money. So thank you for watching. God bless your day.